Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the two new releases from the house of MEMO Paris, ODEON and Red Island. MEMO has been on fire with their releases recently, and the first fragrance that we're going to talk about is ODEON, because I did feature this in my MEMO Paris buying guide. You can see here it has a different bottle design. This is actually a limited edition bottle with some very special artwork. So you'll kind of notice that MEMO has changed their packaging as well. And you can also see this in the boxes. So this is the box that ODEON comes in. The artwork that you see on the front is done by Jean-Julien. And instead of it opening up, if you guys know classic MEMO boxes where it opens up multiple times, with the new box, it just opens up once. What comes of that is this picture on the front doesn't come off like it did on the other boxes. So it's just a little tiny tweak in the details of their packaging, but it makes a big difference. So ODEON is inspired by Paris and rediscovers a mystical district of the city that always surprises, all about creative fire. And MEMO describes this as a literary and jazzy vertigo that enlivens the city's clubs and cafes. And the perfumer's inspiration with this is a licorice rose with a candied date accord. It's part of the Fleurs Bohème collection. And now we'll talk a little bit about the notes. This has rose absolute, a candied rose accord with sandalwood in the mid, with cashmerean, patchouli, with a base of tonka beans, dry amber, and musk. And of course, that date note. So the way that ODEON opens instantly feels very chic, like very chic and rich, and also completely rose-centric. This is a rose perfume through and through, unisex. It's not masculine or feminine leaning. It's this classic rose patchouli DNA, but they put a very cool twist on it. It's like made modern and unique. It feels vibrant and bright. Definitely has a punchier opening that is just so cool, and you can feel the dates right away, and the dates become more noticeable as it dries. And what I like about how this is done is, when I think of dates in fragrances, it's usually adding something very exotic, something spicy, like it kind of will give it almost like a Middle Eastern flair, but it doesn't really do that here. It adds this really unique sweetness, but it's not like a crazy exotic scent. It definitely feels, like I said, Parisian chic, very European, classic, and the dates kind of come off almost like in this licorice sweet way, and is incredibly sensual as it blooms on the skin. The patchouli is borderline gothic, but it works really well because the scent is very balanced. You can feel the cashmerean in here. It just adds so much smoothness in this like next level of luxury and refinement, and it ties all the notes together. It balances the feelings of romance and sophistication. There's a lot of warmth and complexity here, especially on the skin. In my opinion, this is a very unique rose and actually leans very slightly masculine. With a very anchored base, you're going to find this amber and the tonka and the musk. This is the type of rose scent that is particularly suited for colder weather. ODEON is perfect for anyone that appreciates very rich florals with a lot of depth, and a perfume that evokes this sense of culture. This performs very well, easily over 6 hours on the skin with a nice moderate projection. It's noticeable without being too in your face. The sillage is very strong and captivating as well. Best way to describe it is just, like I've said 100 times, Parisian chic. This feels like the ultimate fashion accessory that's going to pull any look together. Going out at night, sitting in a cafe, even at a jazz club, and also in the office too. I think this would be perfectly office safe. It smells so put together, opulent, very classy. It's versatile and timeless, and the dates kind of come off like a date essence. It's not overly dense or sweet. Everything in this scent is just enough. I love the limited edition bottle. It just feels very special. But now we're going to cover the second fragrance, which is Red Island. This also has an amazing design on the bottle. I love the frosted glass. And this one is inspired by the island of Madagascar, and it has a very different personality than ODEON, highlighting a very aromatic top note, langoza flower, which is a herbaceous plant found on the island. This is currently an online exclusive and an exclusive to their Parisian boutique, and the plant that you see on the bottle is called called the Traveler's Tree. So the notes in here, we have that Longoza with bergamot. This is where it gets interesting. Cinnamon, coffee, and sandalwood with carrot, vanilla, patchouli, and tonka beans. This opens with this beautiful, very ethereal, green airiness. It's a very unique type of herbaceous greenness, and it's almost a touch smoky, so minimally right away. And not coming from like incense or anything like that, it's actually coming from the coffee. It's gourmandish, but it's not too sweet, but at the same time, it's also not too herbaceous. There is a lot of greenness, but it's very light. Everything about this scent is very diffused and airy feeling. It's almost like a slight kind of vegetal vibe, but this sweetness of Red Island is what really captures you. Definitely, it is insanely different. It has this kind of carrot cake vibe too. As it develops into the mid, it becomes a bit more sweet and gourmand, and you get this very natural carrot cake vibe. This is not a dense, syrupy sweet scent whatsoever. It's more spicy than anything, and you get a lot of cardamom. It's spicy, lightly citrusy. It's like a mix of orange and carrot cake. It is so good, but not in a feminine way, in a very high-end, niche, and wearable way. I would describe it as a very dimensional gourmand. The smokiness lightens up pretty quickly too. It's kind of like a very refined French pastry shop. It's creamy and beautiful. Once again, not overly sweet. There's more earthiness and spice on the skin. It is gorgeous and very fresh too. It is so good. There is nothing better than a super luxurious, high-end dimensional gourmand that is very elegant, and the greenness dies down in the mid. I think it is a must try, especially if you like things like the Coffee Break collection from Xerjoff, like Vanille Fatale-ish, like Oud Wood, Sweetie Aoud, and even Via Cavour 1. If you like those, you will be obsessed with this, especially for the fall. This smells like the perfect fall dimensional gourmand. It's truly impossible to pick a favorite between the two. I love both, and I refuse to pick. They're very, very, very different scents, and there is a time and place for both. But I will say they're both very special, and they do feel like they should be exclusive. Odeon is a 10 out of 10 rose scent. I love how you can feel the dates even in the dry down, and Red Island is just a very special coffee scent. Smells like fall, so warming. Both are very luxe and amazing releases. But that was just my review of the two new fragrances from MEMO Paris, Odeon and Red Island. Please leave a comment down below if you are interested in trying either of these scents. What is your favorite fragrance from MEMO? I would love to know what you have to say. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.